Hey Raiders, welcome to your mobility strength. Today we are focusing on the core. I know, I am also so excited. So without further ado, let's go ahead and meet down on our mats. Let's bring the big toes together and knees wide and just meet in a child pose here. So before we get started with all the excitement, let's take a moment just to really sink into our body. Feeling that third eye center press against the floor. Pressing the knuckles down into the floor, stretching through the lats, hips to the heels. Big breath in, fill the belly with air. And on that exhale, let's walk our hands to the left. So right hand stacks on top of the left, hips still reaching back towards our heels, feeling that big side body stretch. Filling that side with air, inhale, and on that exhale, let's walk it over to the right. Same thing here, left hand on top of right hand, big stretch in that side body, really sinking the hips into the heels, breathing into the spots that are holding tension. Deep inhale. Exhale, bringing it back to center, starting to shift our weight into tabletop. Knees come under those hips, toes in line with knees, hands right under the shoulders. Inhale, drop the belly, pull that heart forward, lifting the chest. Exhale, starting at the hip bones, start to round through the spine, one vertebra at a time, clicking it into place. Chin finishes on that chest. Inhale, drop the belly. Coming through, heart shines forward. And again, starting at the tailbone, always starting to find that exhale as we open up the back line of the body. Two more here, inhale. Big stretch and exhale, big round through. One more deep inhale, big stretch. Exhale, rounding it on through. Beautiful work. Neutral tabletop. Bring the legs together and let's sit back on our heels. If that's not too comfy for you, you can always go ahead and slide your feet forward, coming into more of a little seat here. Anything we can do to keep the shoulders on top of the hips. We're going to take those hands, we're going to connect them right by our heart and just go gentle circles. So we're gonna have a little bit of time in plank here today. Don't worry, I'll mix it up. But our first one, we're gonna start on our hands. We just wanna make sure that we're nice and warm. Other direction. Good. Beautiful. Now we're gonna connect the wrists. Pretend you have metal magnet bracelets. We're gonna start pushing our hands forward. Thumbs connect. Always keeping those wrists connected. Back of the wrist connect as we pull the hands back. Bringing it back to the inside of the palms, pressing out nice and slow here. Shoulders are down our back. One more in this direction, really feeling that articulation. Coming back here like we're holding a little ball of energy. We're gonna go other directions. So pinky comes to touch, back of the wrists, thumbs connect, pulling that ball of energy back to our heart. Two more, big stretch. Really feeling that full range of motion. Finally, one more reach. Pulling it back, little hang tens, shake it out. We're gonna come into what's called neutral wrist a couple times. All that's gonna look like, back of the wrists together, shoulders down the back, and you're gonna hold it right here. That's just gonna give us a little bit of a break and support between these planks. So, shall we meet back in tabletop, making sure those knees are underneath those hips. Belly button is plugged in, making sure we have a nice flat back. Try to squeeze your hip bones together so we're super strong through that low belly. We're gonna go bird dogs first. So right hand, left foot, big stretch, inhale, exhale, connect center. Trying to keep that torso super duper still here. Inhale and exhale. We have 10 on each side. Big stretch, don't cheat it. Beautiful. Trying to get the fingertips and toes as far away from each other as possible. Every time we hit the top, I want you to try to wrap that left hip back down so we're nice and square. Checking in with that low belly, really making sure that we're not arching in the spine. So if you start to feel it in your low back, chances are we've started to release through that core. Just pull those hip bones back together. Here's 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1, and set it down. Nicely job. Right on into left arm, right leg. Big reach and crunch. It's a-okay if you're a little unstable here. That is definitely part of this, right? We're working on that deep core stability. Anytime we fall out, it's just a great opportunity for our body to troubleshoot and redevelop, or develop maybe for the first time, that super strong balance. Good, team. I want you to notice if you're dropping into the shoulder or the hip at all, and really feel your body pull away from the floor. Fight that gravity. Good. So nice long arm, shoulders down the back. Are you getting those fingers and toes as far apart as possible? Is that hip wrapped towards the earth? One more here. Big stretch and bring it down. We're floating those knees in 3, 2, little lift through the knees. So we have our bear plank, but from here we're gonna hold for 5, and then up into your down dog, rolling through those backs. Bringing it down, knees lower, 1 inch off the ground, eyes right in front of the fingertips. We're lifting through the hips, rolling into our down dog. Nice stretch. Inhale, exhale, back to that bear plank. Let's go 2 more here. Inhale, exhale, rolling through. Really feel your articulation in the back of the legs. Feeling back to that bear. That as we go up into that down dog, 3, 2, the low ribs are really hugging in, so we're super duper engaged through that low core. And back to bear. Drop the knees, sit it back, little neutral wrist. Remember this one? Woo! How we doing? So good, because we're going again. Getting ready to set back up in that tabletop in 4. In 3, 2, here we go, team. Right arm, left leg, big stretch and crunch. No racing here, yeah? Remembering that we get more strength out of this move if we can control it slowly. Slowing down that tempo also gives us that excellent opportunity to really tune in with every single part of our body. So the shoulders out of the ear, my supporting hand and leg are strong, making contact against the floor, but my body is pulling away from that contact. So I'm lifting up actively through my ribs, hugging those bottom legs in, or excuse me, bottom ribs in, just like in the down dog. Good. Nicely done. We have 3 more here. Keep breathing. Keep reaching those fingers and toes away. Keep making sure that the bottom ribs are down, that you're really pulling those hip bones together. We're gonna hold right here, little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, don't go anywhere, 3, 2, we're gonna reach back, tap our toe, and extend. You got this. 9, big reach. 8, keep pulling those bottom ribs together. 7, keep that leg super high. 6, we shouldn't feel any of this in our low back before, because that low core is super turned on. Here we go. Final 4. Really find that reach each time. 3, pull that body away from the earth. 2, here's our final 1. Big stretch, set it down. Let's go other side. Awesome, we've got left arm, right leg, bird dog, reach, and crunch. So now we know we have something cheeky coming up. Let's really commit to finding that strong base here. Starting all the way from the connection to the floor into the lower belly button, drawing into the spine. That bottom rib cage pulling back and up away from the floor, turning onto the transverse, really getting into this deep core here. 4 more, team. Keep that breath. Do that scan. Are you dumping into your shoulder? Is your elbow bending? How can you make these the best shapes of the day? Here's our final 1, and hold. We pulse. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, big lift. We tap hand to foot. 10, 9. Try not to rotate too much. 8, really find that strong core. 7, squeeze the rib cages, keep the legs high. 6, 5, for 4. I know, you got this. Here's 3. Here's your 2. Here's your 1. And drop it down. We're going right into our bear pose. Lift the knees 1 inch off the floor. Hug those ribs in. Squeeze those tummies. You got this. We lift up, pressing through the heels, rolling that belly towards the thighs. Big breath in. And unroll back to your plank. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Articulating through that down dog. Shoulders are on the back. Pressing the knuckles into the floor. Really feeling that stretch. Rolling it back. Holding 5. Only 1 inch off the ground. 4, 3, 2. Big stretch. If you need to take a break, take a break. I know we get hot here. 2 more, team. Big hold. Nice deep breath in, exhale, roll through the spine. 2 more, here we go. I might have already said 2 more, but now we get 2 more. And roll, but you only have 1 more now. Hold. 3, 2, big lift, big stretch. All right, team, I kind of lied, but we're not doing a full thing. We're just meeting back in there. Hold it here. We're gonna lift up, right arm, set it down. Left arm, set it down. Try not to wiggle. Left foot. Right foot. One more time. Right arm. Left arm. Left foot. Right foot. Set it down. Let's go into that wrist relief. Oh my goodness, you are amazing. Let's go ahead and take those legs straight forward. We're gonna cheat in a little extra core here, so point those toes as hard as you can. Connect your fingers in a little Charlie's Angel steeple grip. Reach past the toes and slowly C-curve as we roll down the spine. Beautiful. Walk it on down. Let's go ahead and set up for our glute bridge series, because that, my friends, is in fact part of our core and our stabilizing group. So grab those heels, make sure you can love on them. That's gonna be our great setup. Feet are straight forward. Inhale, exhale, squeeze it up. We're going for 10 right here. Then we have a little hold. I want you to really think of pushing through the foot, squeezing through the butt, and then play around when you're at the top. Maybe you take a little break, see what happens. Not a break, a hold rather. See what happens. Feel the difference between pushing the feet forward and pulling them back, and what parts of your legs turn on. We have 5. Here's your 4. If you want a little extra arm sting, come overhead. Here's 3, full extension. Here's 2. And find that 1 and hold. Good. So from here, like I was saying, try pushing your feet away. Personally, my quads start to turn on. If I pull my heels, I start to feel the back of my legs. We also might notice, if we push our legs, we start to feel it in the low back. So really notice that good form here. Pull the heels back, tip the tailbone up, squeeze that booty. You're here for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, 1 vertebra at a time, lowers down. We're gonna take our right ankle on top of our left thigh, figure 4 opening through the hip, hands behind the head without pulling on that neck at all. We're gonna go elbow to knee. 10, 9, inhale, lower. Exhale, big twist. We're going opposite elbow, opposite knee. So really finding that lift through the shoulder. And then as I come up for that twist, I'm gonna do my darndest to squeeze my butt and keep that leg nice and stationary. Maybe it helps if you extend your left arm and send it through the whole of your legs. Here's 3, but keep twisting for 2. We're gonna hold and pulse 1 for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Don't switch your leg, come on down, make sure that foot's right out from the hip. We're going glute bridges. If it's too much to go on one leg, you're feeling it in your butt, go ahead and draw, excuse me, you're not in your butt, you want it in your butt. Let me rephrase. You'd like to feel it in your glutes, not your low back. So drop both feet down if you need to here. Otherwise, super supported. Keep opening through that right hip. Remember, we're doing core, but we're also doing mobility. Big open. Here's 3. Woo! 2. Squeeze through the glutes, no low back. Here's 1. And hands and wrists up, little circles, other direction. Let's go other side. Right leg down, left leg finds that open. Right hand reaches through the hole in the legs. Here's 10. Really find that strong base. 8, punch through. Nope, that's not how numbers work. There's 8. If you want, hands can come up. 7, whatever works for you. 6, make sure you're breathing. 5, really finding that rotation through the ribs. 4. Here's your 3, strong, open through that leg. Here's 2, and our pulse, reach and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lie it down right into your glute bridge. We go 10, making sure that all 4 corners of that foot are down. So both sides of my heel, and then my big toe pad and my little toe pad. And again, remember, as I push up, I'm not just pushing up, I'm pulling my heel back, really initiating through that hamstring, keeping it in my booty. And if ever I feel it in my low back, we don't quite have this range of motion yet, both feet down on the floor is a great option. Here's 3, here's 2, here's 1, lower the hips, pull the knees in, 1 hand on each leg, little circles. Team, you are doing so well. We're gonna do that one more time. Take the circles in the other direction, all the way from the top. So setting up for our glute bridge, reach those feet with those hands, give yourself a little brush, a little love. Maybe hands go up, maybe we stay supported, hip bridges in 3, 2, inhale, exhale, good. Pressing the feet down, pulling them back, lifting up to the shoulder heads. As we move through this, I want conscious articulation, so I'm rolling 1 vertebra at a time, peeling it off the floor, and starting at the shoulders, rolling down 1 vertebra at a time. Hands can always go back down by your sides if you need that extra support. I want you to take a peek, make sure those knees are in line with those hips. They're not too wide, they're not too narrow. Energetically squeezing center like you've got a medicine ball between the legs. We're going for that hold in 3, 2, big squeeze. Here's where we get a little cheeky fantastic. This is a perfect place to stay. If you would like, marching glute bridges. So we'll lift 1 leg, setting it straight down when we picked it up from. As we lift, we really want to ensure that we're not rotating at all through the low body or any part of our body. We're just lifting straight up, using that supremely solid foundation of the single leg to move through our marches. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, remember no feeling in the lower back. Keep that low belly button tight, like the hip bones are trying to curl together. 2, and 1, set it down, big squeeze. 1 vertebra at a time as we lower down. Right leg comes up, crisscross applesauce, flex the right foot, open through the hips, squeeze the glute. Crunches in 3, 2, cross body, inhale, exhale, lower. Use the exhale as we come up and across the body. So we really activate through that diaphragm. Again, we're gonna take the elbows wide as well, whatever you're feeling. We have 5 more and we have that pulse. In 4, keep working team, you got this. In 3, in 2, here's your pulse. 1, big reach. No pulling on that neck. If you need to, you can go both arms. Keep those legs still. 5, 4, 3, 2, don't switch those feet. Remember, we're going into those glute bridges. Keeping the hips open, all 4 corners of the foot down, both edges. We shouldn't feel this in our knee. We shouldn't feel this in our low back. We always have the option to go with both feet down in that glute bridge. I want you working safe and smart, right? Woo! So strong. Keep squeezing the glutes open. Here's 4. Stay with me for 3. Here's our final 2. 1 more. And yes, righters. Little circles through the wrists and hands. Let's go other direction. Drop the right leg. Left ankle on top. Here we go. Crunches in 3, 2, inhale. Exhale, bring it across. Good team. Really making sure that we're not forgetting about that twist after all. We've done tons of stuff up the center of the core. Now we want to work on that transverse, that cross body reach. Good team. Your 3 belly button pulls so tight. Here's 2 lower rib cage squeezes together. Here's 1 in our pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You got this. 4, 3, 2. Final push in our series here. Reaching it up and lower. Big squeeze. Even if your other side was feeling really good, if this side starts to trigger in that knee or that low back, please, please, please give yourself permission to move it back a little. And by that I mean both legs. And also notice, maybe this is a good indication that you have more mobility on the other side, or perhaps more strength on the working leg. 1 more here. No judgment when we take that notice. We just get an opportunity to knees into chest to explore where we're at. Those are some of the best things to pay attention to. All right, team, we have a super fun one next. I'm gonna challenge you to move through it with me as we go through. So from our back, we're gonna come up the same way we came down. So Charlie's Angels fingers, chin to chest, point to toes, and start rolling through the spine. When I get to the top, I'm gonna place my right hand to the floor. I'm gonna push up to the side plank. If you need to, you can keep your bottom knee down. And then I'm gonna rotate my palm forward as I come into a high plank. You can keep your knees down, squeeze the glutes, rotate other side, set down the hips. Charlie's Angels, roll it down. Oh yeah, don't worry, we're doing it again. Roll it up. This time left hand goes down. Hold your side plank. You can always keep it on the knees. I'll show you from the knees the full round. Take it to your plank, squeeze the butt. Take it to your side plank, big lift out of that arm. Take it to your seat. Charlie's Angels finger, roll it down. Here we go, up. Set the hand down, lift up to that high plank. Left hand drops, hold your plank. Left hand side plank. Set the hips down. Charlie's Angels. Right back up. Lift up to your left arm side plank. Shifting forward, making sure hands are over or below those shoulders. Find that right arm side plank, beautiful strength. Set the hips down, roll it down. I know. Here we go. Big lift. We move through this slowly so we get that articulation. And rather, we get that strength through the isometric, the holding in each of these. And we slow roll it down. It's just like we were working before on those bird dogs. The slower we roll down, the more we're asking those muscles to really take control of that movement versus letting that momentum sort of move us where we're going. Let's go 2 more. So 1 more in each direction. Big squeeze. Setting it down. Yes, you can. Make sure, whether you're on the knees or on your toes, that every time we set up for that plank, this is super important. Our shoulder is over our wrist, finding that strong stack, lifting from our side body, just like the bird dog, lifting the rib cage, finding space, defying gravity. Big stretch, set it down, big reach. Now stay with me, team. I said 2 more times than I did long. Come on up. Find your side plank. Find your plank. Meet me here. Yes, you can. You're on the knees or you're on the toes, shifting forward, pushing the ground away. We're gonna lift up into down dog. Big stretch. I'm gonna lift my right heel up, keeping my bottom ribs hugging in, drawing knee to nose, stepping it all the way through to a low lunge. Holding here, come up to the fingertips, squeeze the butt down. Set your left hand down, right arm reaches. Inhale, exhale, set the hand back, pressing down to your down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, hugging it through, setting it down. Inhale, come up on those fingertips, squeeze the butt down. Exhale, reach through that left hand. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, setting it back. Downward dog. I'll show you your modification, but we're moving through it. Right arm up, or leg up. Exhale, stepping it through. If you need to, you can drop the knees here. Squeezing the butt forward. Staying on the knee as we lift back up to the ceiling with that right arm. Exhale down, lift the knee, step it back. Good, left leg, inhale, up. Exhale, step it forward. Either drop the knee or stay high. Coming up to the fingertips. Setting it down, left arm reaches, inhale. Exhale, set it down. step it back. Here we go, 4 more. Reach with the right leg. Exhale, draw it forward. Big runner's lunge. Inhale, stretch with the right arm. Exhale, set it down. Fly back. Left leg. Inhale, sweep. Bottom rib hinge is so tight. Exhale, bring it forward. Runner's lunge. Set the right palm down. Inhale, left arm reaches. Exhale, set it down, pushing it back. Here we go, right leg. Stepping it forward. Exhale, big stretch. Set it down. Fly it back. Last time here. Inhale. Exhale, step it forward. High lunge. Big stretch to that right left arm. Exhale, set it down. Bring it back to down dog. Little pedal here. Bring it to all fours. Into that wrist relief. Team, we are so close. We are finishing with just a little bit more, and then we're out of here. So we're gonna do 90-degree angles in our legs as best we can. Both our legs come to 90. For today, go with what you're available, where your available range of motion is. We will be switching. Maybe today it just feels good to lean into one side and then switch to the other. But we're starting with right leg forward. I'm gonna squeeze my butt up, coming into this nice lift, hips forward, sitting the butt down. Again, if that's not there for you today, maybe we just go lean instead of lift. But this is a ton of low core, pelvic floor, a lot of booty. From my seat, I flip my legs. Now I'm gonna rotate a little bit. 90-90 in my other side, so I'm on my left side body, so I'm either leaning forward, keeping my hips down, or squeezing the butt up, finding movement, or opening in the hips, a ton of strength in that butt. Sit it down. Rotate, either leaning forward or big squeeze up through the glutes. Inhale, sit it down, rotate. Take as much time as you need here to set up that 90-90. 4 more big squeezes. Good team. Again, if you're not feeling like going all the way up, just give me a big old reach. Here's 3. So strong. I'm moving all over the place, so don't worry if you're traveling a little. Here's 2. And here's 1. Nicely done. Bring it to the center of your mat. Step your right foot out, rotating at the hip. My right ankle is in line with my left knee. We're just gonna do windmills here. So my left arm is gonna go up, shoulder is out of my ear. Nice strong core, lower abdomen's tight. We're gonna reach down, inhale, exhale, come up. So I'm rotating down ever so slightly as I come back up. Inhale. Really finding that strength in that side body, never collapsing into this, rather staying super lifted and working through that oblique. Here's 5. Here's 4. Here's 3. Here's 2. Little hinge in those hips. Keep reaching to the ceiling. Here's 1. And let's go other side. Beautiful. Last little bit all together here. Right arm up, left arm down. Rotating down. Feel the stretch on that side body. Exhale up. Inhale. And exhale. Letting this one, yes, be about your obliques, but just as much about getting a nice long stretch through that side body. Really finding what works for you, keeping that pelvic floor super strong, squeezing the butt. So as always, we never feel this in our low back. Beautiful. 3 more, here's 3. Here's 2. Here's 1. Come on down to your butt. We're just gonna finish in a beautiful boat pose, 30-second hold, and we're out of this. So maybe your heels are on the ground, you've got that C curve, you're leaning back, maybe your knees are up, maybe your toes are up, maybe we try a variation. We're going in 3, 2, C curve in that low spine. Maybe we start with the knees bent, and then bring it up to boat. But as always, making sure you've got that bottom of the rib cage pulling in. Maybe you try for a slightly harder variation, and then you bring it down to wherever you are. Meet yourself where you're at, but let yourself challenge yourself a little bit. Yourself. Woo, I'm shaking. Keep breathing. Stay with me, team. Here is our final 5, 4, 3, 2, don't go anywhere. We're gonna slowly lower down. Here's 10, 9, 8, drop the heels if you need to, 5, 4, 3, 2, and all the way down. Gorgeous, Raiders. Fingers and toes reach in opposite directions. Big breath in, exhale, reach even further. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Let it go. One more. Inhale, reach as hard as you can. Feel the core stretch. And exhale. Whoo. Let it go. Start to bring the knees into the chest. Let's find a little happy baby here. Grabbing for the bottoms of the feet or maybe the bottoms of the thighs. Pressing the feet or thighs into the hands. Hands into the feet or thighs. Opening up through those hips. Massaging that low back. Keeping the tailbone down. Finding maybe a little length in one leg. And then the other. Ooh-wee. Smiling because we're happy babies. Our hearts are so strong. We have so much to be happy about. Whoops, I've lost my mind. Bring the knees into the chest. Keep that massage going in whatever direction feels good. Maybe little circles. Just gentle movement here. Setting the legs down. We're gonna lift the hips up, set them slightly to the right, and just let the legs drop to the left. Maybe we take a cactus with the right arm, maybe we take a long arm, whatever feels good. Let's turn the head in the opposite direction of the legs, just gentle breath here. And extend the leg if that feels good. Just find a shape that isn't hard to hold, just feels so good. Nice deep inhale, exhaling, getting just a little bit deeper here. And then bring the knees gently back to center, lift the hips, this time setting them slightly over to the left. Together, the knees drop to the right. Again, finding a position, a shape with the hand, an arm that feels super supportive and delicious. Shoulder is down, head is in the opposite direction. Letting it all go. Melting away, taking the moment just to feel so proud of yourself. Inhale, take it to center one last time in this ball. Bring the head up, give your knees little kisses, and exhale, let it go. Just a little short shavasana here today for all of us to reconnect on our mat, to really let that nervous system take a few more seconds to ratchet down. Any heat we may have invited into our body today, and I hope you found a little, we're just letting go with our exhales. Taking this last final moment to find something about yourself, whether it was this practice today, something at work, with family, at home, that you're really proud of yourself for. I can think of several without even knowing exactly who's watching this video that you can be proud of. This was not an easy day. And I want you to take breaths straight into that heart center and hold that thing you're proud of. And breathe it in. And on the exhale, let that feeling flow all through your body. That warm light, that self-love, that self-pride. Whatever that thing is, hold on to it throughout your day, shine it and share it with the world. You can stay here for a little bit longer, but if you're ready to move on with your day, little wiggles through the fingers and toes, hands come up to third eye center, give yourself that extra bit of love. And we'll see you next time. Namaste, Raiders. You are amazing and so strong. Woo!